what a spiritual awakening actually feels like, and how to know you're in one. Have you ever felt like the world didn't shift, but you did? Like everything outside you stayed the same, but something inside you cracked open, quietly, profoundly, without warning? That's what a spiritual awakening feels like. It's not a lightning bolt. It's not always beautiful, that it's not always comfortable, but it's real, and once it begins, you can't undo it. A spiritual awakening isn't about religion. It's not about being enlightened. It's about remembering something you always knew and forgetting everything that taught you otherwise. So, what exactly is a spiritual awakening? It's the process of shedding the false layers of your identity, the beliefs, habits, expectations, and fears you inherited from the world, so you can finally meet the version of you that existed before the programming. It's when you begin to question everything you used to accept without thought. It's when comfort stops feeling fulfilling. It's when truth starts to matter more than approval. And it's when you realize you were never asleep. You were conditioned, and now you're waking up. So let's explore the signs you may be going through a spiritual awakening, even if no one around you understands it yet. The first sign is a growing sense of disconnection. You look at your job, your relationships, your daily routine, and something just feels off. What used to excite you now drains you. You no longer resonate with small talk, gossip, or shallow distractions. It's like your soul is whispering, "There's more than this." And suddenly, the life you built starts to feel too small for the person you're becoming. Have you ever felt homesick, but you were already home? The second sign is emotional turbulence. Awakening is not calm at first, that it's chaos. Old wounds rise to the surface. Buried emotions flood your awareness. You may feel anger, grief, anxiety, joy, sometimes all in one day. Not because you're broken, but because you're clearing space. Your system is detoxing from the noise it's been absorbing for years. This pain is not punishment, that it's purification. The third sign is a shift in perception. You begin to see through things. You recognize when someone's energy doesn't match their words. You notice how artificial society feels, the masks, the chasing, the emptiness behind the noise. And most of all, you start to see the patterns in your own behavior. You realize, I've been reacting to life instead of creating it. That kind of awareness is painful, but it's also liberation, because you can't change what you don't recognize. The fourth sign is solitude. You may feel the urge to withdraw from people, even those you once loved being around. It's not isolation, it's introspection. You're not running from the world. You're trying to meet yourself. In awakening, silence becomes sacred, because it's in the stillness that your real voice begins to emerge. And when that voice speaks, the world starts to sound different. The fifth sign is synchronicity. You begin to notice patterns, numbers, moments that seem too perfectly timed to be random. You think of someone and they call. You ask for a sign and it appears. Your inner world starts mirroring your outer world with eerie precision. This isn't magic. This is alignment. The more awake you become, the more reality bends to meet your frequency. Because you're no longer reacting blindly, you're co-creating consciously. The sixth sign is inner rebellion. You begin questioning authority, tradition, and rules that never made sense to you. You stop chasing things because you're supposed to. You let go of roles that kept you small. You might even feel a little angry, like you've been lied to. And in some ways, you have. The awakening reveals how deeply programmed the world is, how much we've been conditioned to forget who we really are. And when you see that clearly, you can't go back to pretending. After the chaos, after the confusion, after the grief of letting go, You begin to soften. You stop forcing everything. You stop needing control. You start trusting timing, energy, intuition. You realize your mind is not your master, it's your tool. And your heart is where the real compass lives. You begin living moment to moment, not out of fear, but awareness. You forgive yourself, you forgive others, not to excuse them, but to set yourself free. You start to feel love again, not the romantic kind, the kind that makes you walk through the world with open eyes and a steady soul. You realize you don't need more, less proving, less pretending, and more presence. This is what awakening feels like. And yes, people may not understand. They may fall away. Your old life may fall apart. But what rises from the ashes is real. So if you're going through this shift, you're not alone. You're not crazy that you're waking up. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself grieve. Let yourself rebuild. Because what's waiting for you on the other side isn't just peace. It's power. This is the inner weapon. Subscribe, stay grounded, and return to your power.